welcome to It's Possible, the podcast where we celebrate the human spirit and explore the incredible stories of individuals who triumphed over obstacles. In each episode, we'll bring you stories from a wide range of fields and experiences, from business leaders who turned setbacks into opportunities, to everyday heroes who conquered personal obstacles. We're here to remind you that it is possible.
Hey, my name is Kevin Wisener, and this is the It's Possible podcast. So we welcome Brandi Farmer today. She's our absolute special guest today, and we are excited to hear about you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely. So can you start off with a little background about yourself and
Well, how far back do you want to go?
when you're an infant?
Okay. I'm the oldest of 6 kids. We grew up on a 107-acre farm, which our family still has.
Cool.
And my mom rents out the land. My dad passed away 16 years ago, so mom still lives in the house, and she has rented out the land to one of the neighbors for his cattle. So,
Gotcha.
And I'm a single mom of 26-year-old twin boys, and they are a lot of fun. One just finished forest firefighting season, and he'll get back into security, and he took time off to do forest firefighting, and the other one drives truck for our local food bank.
Nice.
So, yes. So, yeah. And then I came to Portland, Oregon, 2021 for women's conference, and then visited my sister in Texas and her family, and then been traveling.
Now, what brought you to Oregon?
A women's conference.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm
Now,
from BC, so I'm above Oregon.
and you were saying the weather's not near as cold there as the other side.
No, it's not. We've never had, we've never had a day of, like, growing up, we never missed a day of school due to snow. It does not get as cold or as much snow as the east coast of Canada does.
Oh, that's cool. Now, so you've got 2 boys. Now, you're a single mother,
I am, yes.
and how old were your boys when you became a single mother?
They were 1.
Okay, so most their life.
Yep.
So
25 of the 26 years.
it seems like a larger percentage. Now, so that's what were some of the obstacles of being a single mother with twin boys, nonetheless?
Financial was huge. Also working, because of them being twins, and I lived in a small town. Daycare was very hard to find because when they were younger, they needed to have, for the daycare laws, there needed to be X number of daycare providers for children under 2 years old.
Okay.
And so because mine came as 2, made it a little more challenging. So I didn't go back to work till they were 3, and I worked at a sheep farm, milking sheep, just down the road from me. So I just walked to work, and my dad would take care of the kids, and he would drop them off when he was on afternoons, he'd drop them off on his way to work, and that would be at the end of my work, and then we'd all walk back together. And then that he closed that down. I think the boys are about 4.5 when that happened, and then I got back into milking cows. And so
Okay.
I moved on dairy farms.
Now, dairy farms, that's a 7 day a week job, isn't it?
It is, if you own it, yes.
Wow.
And we, growing up, we did have some dairy cows for our family. And so, yes, it is a 7 day a week job for sure. Twice a day. You have to go out and milk the cows twice a day.
That's the milk better.
And very, yes, it's way better.
Yeah,
Farm
very
fresh milk, you cannot beat that.
good.
Absolutely not. That's the best. I remember when we were little and my dad would try and squeeze the milk into her mouth.
Yeah,
And of course, he would deliberately get it on her face.
yeah,
It was a lot of fun.
that's
Yeah.
awesome. Did you make ice cream from the cow's milk?
Yes, we made ice cream in the winter
Okay.
so that we
Okay.
could use the snow instead of ice. So we
Yeah.
put snow in there and then put some of the salt from the cow's salt block in there to freeze it faster.
Nice.
So yeah, we had ice cream in the winter. Homemade.
The sorry about that. I was just dreaming about that ice cream. Now, so what got you into real estate from dairy farming?
Well, in between that, I was a care aide, so I took care of seniors.
Okay.
And then I was a community support person, so I would take people with disabilities into the community. Like there's not anyone like abusive or anything like that, and take them to different activities that they would have in amongst the communities. And then I got into real estate. A lady I knew, she was dating a guy who bought and held as well as flipped houses. And so she was sharing that information with me, and she was looking into doing that. And then she got in the TARP program. And so I was watching that a bit, and then I would continue traveling. And I took another little, like 3 day, 2 hour a night course, and somebody had posted on the Facebook group for that one of Pace's videos. And so I watched that, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'd like to do that. So then I got onto the Elephant Challenge last November, I believe it was. I did that, was still traveling. And then I heard about the Gator, and so then I jumped on that this year. So
Excuse me. How was the elephant challenge? What were
it was
some positives?
it was good. He started off with doing multifamily, and that was the first, because it's a 3 day one that he comes on with, and then I just found out that actually continues. It's non-going. And so start off with multifamily, and that one was challenging for a lot of us who didn't know what we were doing and that wanted money right away. So then he changed that to foreclosures. And
Okay.
so cold calling foreclosures, and that's quite a challenge because they don't answer the phone, most of
Right.
them. And then the one I did get to answer, and we had a great conversation. I talked to her a couple of times, and then she ghosted me.
Oh,
So, yeah. So I don't know whatever happened with that. I hope they got that all figured out. So, and then he actually has another elephant challenge starting again tonight. I'm not sure what he's training tonight, but he's got another one on tonight.
awesome. Are you going to join?
I am. Yes.
Good. Good. Me too.
Good. I'll see you on there then.
Yeah. So now, what do you think about the Gator program? Pros, cons, advice?
I like it.
Mhm.
It right now I'm working on line of credit, and
Okay.
so I'm a connector right now. I've had about a half a dozen deals, and
Mm.
4 of them have fallen through. I've got one right now that hopefully will go through. And then there's another one coming that will hopefully go through soon as well. So that will be good. And I like connecting with people and networking and finding out people's different skills and this project forward too. I'm really enjoying that, meeting people, and that's how I met you on that. And so it's been a lot of fun.
Do you like doing podcasts?
No,
No.
I'm being honest. It's the first one was the hardest one.
Right.
And then after that, it's a little bit easier, but I'm not used to having the camera on me. I'm not really onto that, but I'm working on getting over that.
Absolutely. So, um, so you have fundamentally, for the past 25 years, you have done everything: a mom, job, uh, going into real estate. That's no daunting task. Um, what is, let's say, what is it about your mindset that keeps you going?
Um, my my boys for sure,
Yeah.
and helping other people. I really want to help other people, and so I
Okay.
just keep plugging along. And if I have a bad day, tomorrow's going to be a better day, and get up and get going and see who else I can help out there and move forwards.
So if you could go back to, I'm not going to ask how old you are, but if you could go back to, let's say, 30 years ago, um, before you became a mom, uh, what would you what would you tell yourself? What advice would you give yourself at that time?
Oh, gee, 30 years ago, well, I had just come back from New Zealand and Australia, and
Okay.
I was on a dairy farm in New Zealand for 6.5 months and beef and crop in Australia for 7 months. So I really enjoyed
Wow.
that. I would say travel some more, do some more traveling. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm doing it again now, but back then do some more traveling. There's some other countries that I wanted to go to, so I just love traveling.
Yeah. Yeah. I just realized the connection with your last name, farmer and dairy farm. Okay. I'm a little slow, but I just put that together. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've had to say that because I've had people say, "Oh, that'd be so cool if you worked on a farm or you grew up on a farm." I'm like, "I did." No way. I'm like, "Yes, I did."
Uh, awesome. Well, is there is there anything, um, that words of advice or, um, anything that you would say to somebody that's just now starting, uh, getting into real estate, of or any of the facets of real estate? But what would you say to them as far as getting started?
I would say definitely community and networking with people. That is huge, very,
Mm,
very huge. Getting in, networking with other people and getting into a really good community like Paces. Gator sub two communities, those are I'm a Gator, but it's still the same. Like they're just amazing and so many amazing people out there. And everyone's willing to help people and so to me, that is huge to get into that group. And don't think you're going to get something overnight. There are some that do have that happen, but not as often as what people think. So just keep going. And yeah, the information that we get from PACE is a lot and it's
mhm.
amazing. And it's like drinking out of a fire hose.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's very good. Like I'm learning a lot, like a ton, and I've actually gone back and started watching some of the Gator videos over again to just set that more into my brain, the different things there. So
Yeah.
so yeah.
Well, it seems like you have your why figured out. Is that fair to say?
I think so, yes.
It seems like it's your boys.
Yes.
So is that important to have a why?
I think so, yes. Yeah, because if you don't have a why, then what are you going to strive for? Like you need
Absolutely.
to have something to strive for. And if you don't have that, then you're going to be like, why do I need to do this? I'm not like you need to have something to keep you motivated and keep you going. And yes, for sure.
Absolutely. Well, awesome. Well, thank you very much for joining us, and again, it's always a pleasure to talk to you and to hear about your story.
You as well. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'm going to cut this part out. But thank you very much.
Thank you.
And that wraps up another incredible episode of It's Possible. We hope you enjoyed this inspiring conversation and gained valuable insights from our guest's journey. If you've been inspired by today's episode and want to stay connected, be sure to subscribe to our podcast and follow us on social media. We have more amazing stories and interviews coming your way, so don't miss out.